In the end of the 60s, almost 80% of Brazil's population lived by the coast. The Cerrado didn't have any economic value. It was one of the most degraded biomes of the planet, marked by the primitive forms of nature use, where we use fire as a tool of management. Cerrado soil wasn't yet understood by science. As Brazilians used to say, Cerrado only as a gift or as heritage. The country imported 30% of the food it needed. In 1973, the high petroleum price made the situation even worse. 78% of Brazil's exports relied on coffee. The Brazilian family used 48% of their income to buy food. The tropical country used agricultural technology designed for temperate climates. Low productivity and important foods and high prices compromise quality of living. 1974 begins the structural basis of science, innovation, and technology in sustainable tropical agriculture. A version of the colonial model of the Amazon, a biome which was being destroyed exponentially. 1,530 postgraduate students were sent to the most important research centers in the world to learn science, come back, and generate technology for the tropical biomes. The implementation of Embrapa and the integrated system of agricultural research involving universities. 1978, Campo is born with the mission of implementing the Brazilian-Japanese program of Cerrado's development. Producer. That's how one of the most relevant sagas of the 20th century begun. We passed from food importer to one of the key players of food security in the planet. Campo implemented 21 projects in 11 states and powered the development of a great number of cities in the Brazilian Midwest. In 1979, Campo found in Paracatu only 2 graduate professionals in the agricultural industry. Today, in the city, one of the 20 biggest rural GDPs of Brazil, the city was transformed into a regional pole. It has 4 colleges and more than 5,000 students. It is a high-tech seed production center, an important base for Campo. In 2000, when Campo started the project here, Luiz Eduardo Magalhães was a rural nucleus around a gas station called Mimoso. Now has almost 100,000 citizens and hosts one of the most important high-tech agro trade shows of the country. Considered the smallest developed city of Brazil, Lucas do Rio Verde was founded in July 1988, the same year that Campo's project started there. Today, it figures like one of the biggest median personal incomes of the Midwest Brazil. Campo 40 years, in 4 decades, sustainable tropical agriculture revolutionized the economic, social, and environmental development of Brazil. Longevity advanced from 50 to 75.4 years. There was a robust health improvement of Brazilians. Food costs fell from 48 to 14% of a family's budget. Brazil, a food importer, now has an agricultural positive balance of 88 billion in 2016. All this with an undoubtedly sustainable trajectory and a fantastic conservation of native biomes. Brazil preserves 64% of the Amazon, 54.1% of the Cerrado, and has a 61% national average of native vegetative cover. Alison Paulinelli was nominated the World Food Prize by Norman Borlaug for distinctive leadership in this process. Borlaug won the Nobel Prize for Peace for his leadership in this first food supply revolution, saving more than 1 billion lives. The second food supply revolution is definitely the sustainable tropical agriculture. 2018, Campo, 40 years. Campo is ready for the third revolution, one of the great challenges of the 21st century. Development of food production and amplification of sustainability at the same time in a complex planet. World population will pass from 7 to 9.7 billion people, a strong increment of wealth in China, India, and Africa. Constant longevity expansion. The announced food crisis is also an enormous opportunity of sustainable development for every tropical nation of the planet. For example, the crop, livestock, and forest integration will permit Brazil to double the food production without deforestation. Campo has international experience. and is ready to support a global platform of integrated science, technology, innovation, and business to our planet's tropics with the following commitments: food democracy, social inclusion, rural retention, business and digital inclusion. Sustainable tropical agriculture is a concrete window of hope to the people of tropical nations. Campo, making development sustainable.